Hey everybody, how's it going? Mike back again. Today is September 16th, and I'm finally getting around to doing my August update. I picked up 16 titles in August, and well, here goes. I hope you enjoy. Quite a number of Scream Factory too. We'll start off with the lone TV show I got, which is the Kroll Show, season 1 and 2. Nick Kroll's a pretty funny comedian. He has his own stand-up special. He stars in a show on FX or FXX, one of those two, can't remember which, called The League, which is a pretty funny show with some other funny guys. And this is his Comedy Central show. It's a sketch comedy, 3 discs, season 1 on disc 1, season 2 on discs 2 and 3. A couple special features, music videos, some audio commentaries, some additional sketches, cut sketches. Pretty funny. Like I said, 3 discs, 418 minutes, so about 7 hours. So not bad. Got this at Best Buy for about $10. Then I picked up this movie, DVD with a slipcover, called Kill Me 3 Times, released by Magnet Pictures there. This has Simon Pegg in it, as you can see. Slipcover, pretty much the same cover either way. Kind of an action, a little bit of comedy in there. For Peg fans, it's pretty much a continuous pleasure throughout, says Hitfix, whoever the hell Hitfix is. Special features, there's a filmmaker commentary, deleted scene, making of, Q&A behind the scenes, photo gallery, poster gallery, and storyboards. This is rated R, pretty new, from 2014. Pretty short running time, 90 minutes on the dot. 2015, brand new film. This was a blind buy. Hadn't seen it before. They describe it as a darkly comedic thriller. Typical hitman kind of movie. Alright, not too bad. If you're interested at all, I believe it is on Netflix right now. So if you have a subscription to Netflix, you need not go out and buy the disc. I usually don't rate movies on these updates, but I don't know, I give it 2.5 out of 4 stars, 3 out of 5, something like that. Fairly good. Not going to go too far into it. This is just an overview. This is a really great documentary. It's pretty old now, 2006, so it's almost 10 years old. And I'm sure you guys have seen it. It's been on cable a million times. And that is the unrated version of Going to Pieces. This is a really cool horror documentary. It's, let's see, yeah, it's only an hour and a half, but it does have a filmmaker commentary with the producers, which I did listen to. It's really good. Some bonus interviews, which actually add up to like an additional hour. Excuse me. Sorry, something stuck in my teeth. So embarrassing. Very professional, right? I run a real professional operation here. You can tell I'll be on network TV any day now, as I pick things from my teeth and drink my iced tea. Just like Johnny Carson. Yeah, but a lot of cool people in here. R.I.P. my very favorite horror director, Wes Craven. My very second favorite horror director, John Carpenter. One of my least favorite horror directors, Rob Zombie. A lot of cool guys interviewed on here. And it focuses basically on slasher movies. Halloween, Psycho, Friday the 13th, Prom Night, Elm Street, Scream, When a Stranger Calls. It even talks about older stuff like Psycho and Peeping Tom. The stuff that really started the genre. And it was released in 2006, so some of the information is not as up-to-date. For example, they talk about the 3 Scream films. Obviously, there's 4 now. And, some of the people obviously have passed away since this is 9 years old. Unfortunately, that includes Wes Craven. I do intend to do a Wes Craven video, but I didn't want to just do a slapdash RIP. I have so many Wes Craven movies, and I even have a couple Wes Craven books. I've shared the Wes Craven books. If you go back and look at my the one video I did about horror books, you can find me talking about them there. But regardless, this is a really, getting off track, this is a really cool hour and a half. But I suggest buying this because it is the unrated version, so they don't cut out the gore from the scenes of horror that they show you from the movies. Plus the commentary from the producers is actually pretty informative. So that ends the DVD segment. So that's 3 DVDs and 13 Blu-rays. My first Blu-ray is Paul Newman and Jackie Gleason from The Honeymooners. You guys should know who he is in The Hustler. This is a great drama film about the guy Minnesota Fats, about pool hustling. This is a really great classic movie here. If you haven't seen this, I know these channels are mostly about horror movies, and that's mostly what I'm into, I suppose, but I do love a good classic, and this is a classic. From 20th Century Fox. This is presented in 235 to 1 widescreen. Pretty long, 135 minutes. And it's from 1961. So a lot of you kids out there might say, oh, black and white, old movie. I'll pass it by. But it's a great, great story. Based on the novel by Walter Tevis. Good book if you can lay your hands on it. Read that one. And Jackie Gleason stars as Minnesota Fats. Paul Newman is the A star. Gleason is the B star. Piper Laurie is in this. If you guys don't know who she is, look her up. And George C. Scott, tremendous actor, played Patton. He horror movie connections, if you're looking for that. He starred in Exorcist Part 3. But he played in a lot better movies than that. But this is a movie about pool hustling, and there's some great, great special features. There's an audio commentary by Paul Newman, film historian Jeff Young, film critic Richard Schnickel, and others. Paul Newman at Fox. There's a whole documentary about Jackie Gleason. There's a documentary about Walter Tevis, who wrote the novel. Life in the Fast Lane, Fast Eddie Felson and the Search for Greatness, a documentary about the guy who Paul Newman plays. Milestones in Cinema History, The Hustler, basically a documentary about the legacy this movie left. Swimming with the Sharks, The Art of the Hustle, another documentary about pool hustling. The Inside Story, The Hustler. Paul Newman, Hollywood's Cool Hand, as seen on the A&E biography. Trick shot analysis by Mike Massey, who's a professional pool player. He shows you how to do a couple trick shots in pool, which is kind of cool. How to make the shot, featuring 5 scenes by this professional pool player. He shows you how to, do some trick pool shots. I personally love playing a game of pool. I am definitely not a good player, but I have been. My grandfather had a table growing up. But matter of fact, both my grandparents did. My mom's side and my dad's side, both my grandparents had pool tables. So even as a little kid, I grew up playing pool. So I've been playing pool all my life. Don't have a pool table myself, but I do really enjoy playing. And I'm not a good player at all, but I think that's what turned me on to this movie. And it's almost reminiscent of the Twilight Zone episode with Jonathan Winters and Jack Klugman, but of course that has a Twilight Zone bent to it, where Jonathan Winters plays a guy who's basically a fictionalized version of Minnesota Fats, and Jack Klugman is the up-and-comer. It's basically the same story as this, but it has the Twilight Zone twist to it. Next is a triple feature of the Goonies, Gremlins, and Gremlins 2, The New Batch. This is a really nice set. You can get this at Walmart, Best Buy. I got it at Best Buy for $12. It's really cool. Once again, the back doesn't tell you shit, but it does have, I kept the receipt here, it does have all 3 movies on their own separate discs, and it does have the all the special features. Gremlins is the same disc you would get if you bought the 25th anniversary version of the Gremlins. So you get the Goonies. They all have audio commentaries, and they all have other various special features. And these are great movies. I saw all three of these in the theaters growing up as a little kid. Let's see Goonies is 85, so I was 8. Gremlins is 84, so I was 7. Gremlins 2 is 1990, so I was 13. Yeah, so these are all from my childhood. I was 7, 8, and 13 years old, and I saw all three of these in the theaters. And Gremlins 2 is really... Gremlins is a kind of a... Well, you guys know what they are, but Gremlins 2, I think, is kind of even cooler, because it's more of a comedy. The great Dick Miller is in all Joe Dante films. If you haven't seen the documentary about Dick Miller, check it out. He got his start. He's in many Roger Corman movies, and Joe Dante puts him in all his movies as like a good luck charm. The guy's like in his 70s or 80s by now, but he's a real funny guy. And he plays the Mr. Putterman in both Gremlins films. And Christopher, the late great Christopher Lee is in Gremlins 2. There's plenty of cameos, anywhere from Hulk Hogan to John Astin, who played Mr. Adams from the Addams Family. And then the Goonies with Chunk and all that. Great adventure movie for kids. And these movies, I think all three of them hold up. And for $12, you can't beat it. Alright, now we're moving into real horror. Okay, the only Blue Underground I got was Uncle Sam. This is a really cool movie. Really fun movie about the first Gulf War, a vet that comes back from the dead, zombified. I want you dead. He comes back and starts killing unpatriotic people in his town. And it really is like an anti-war film. And this, of course, is a William Lustig movie. Another collaboration between William Lustig and Larry Cohen. Larry Cohen, of course, who did Q the Winged Serpent, all three It's Alive movies, Bone. If you've seen that movie, the movie Bone, check that out. That's a good one. And William Lustig, of course, they did the Maniac Cop 1, 2, and 3. The movie Maniac, not Maniac Cop, but Maniac. This is really good. It's presented in DTS 7.1 audio. It is a scant 90 minutes. It's from 1997. Let's see who else. P.J. Souls is in this from Halloween and Rock and Roll High School. Robert Forster from Jackie Brown and Vigilante and so many other cool movies. And of course, Isaac Hayes, who you younger people will know, and I know too, but from South Park, but from so many blaxploitation films of the 70s. Isaac Hayes plays the sheriff. And really cool film. Really cool. Fun little horror movie there. And some good features too. An audio commentary with William Lustig, Larry Cohen, and producer George Brownstein, and another audio commentary with Bill Lustig and Isaac Hayes. There's a fire stunts a featurette with audio commentary with stunt coordinator Spiro Rosatos, who got his start working with Tom Savini, kind of a Savini's apprentice. Deleted scene, gag reel, theatrical trailer, poster gallery, still gallery. Great, cool, funny movie. Well, not so much funny as campy, but check it out. It's good stuff. And then I got two from Kino Lorber. First is Deranged. I know that Arrow put this out in a much more complete version, but I still don't have that region-free Blu-ray player. And I got this for only $12 on Amazon. And this is a really great movie based on Ed Gein, the Butcher of Plainfield, who so many other movies were based on, from Psycho to Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And pictures here are black and white, but this is color. This came out in '74, same year as Texas Chainsaw Massacre. There's an audio commentary with writer and co-director Alan Ormsby, a second audio commentary with film historian Richard Harlan Smith, an interview with producer Tom Carr, an original theatrical trailer. This is an unrated version of the film, a very scant 82 minutes. very short, presented in 185 to 1 widescreen. And it says, The Confessions of a Necrophile. The guy, it's based on Ed Gein. The guy's name in the movie is Ezra. And of course, it's played by Robert Blossom. And this is a really, really good movie. It was released on those Midnight Madness as a double feature, the MGM Midnight Madness DVDs, in a double feature with Motel Hell. So it's that kind of movie. But really fun, really cool, really good movie. And the second Kino Lorber that I picked up, and don't they look nice on the shelf together like that, is Stephen King. Where did that come from? Vincent Price in Madhouse. Now, I have this in one of my Vincent Price box sets, but that's on DVD, so I sprung the $15 and got Madhouse. This also stars Robert Quarry and the late, great, wonderful Peter Cushing. And this has an audio commentary by film historian David Del Valle, who does lots of commentaries and lots of special features on the Scream Factory Vincent Price box sets. And so he's a huge Vincent Price historian, and he gives a great commentary on the movie Madhouse, along with the original theatrical trailer and a very brief featurette, maybe 10-15 minutes, something like that. And this, of course, is Vincent Price is a film star. He plays a film star, and Peter Cushing plays his director, I believe. Paul Toombs is his name. You know, the adequate name, Toombs, appropriate name. His fiancée is brutally killed. Everybody thinks he did it, but, you know, he didn't, and he loses his mind. In the movie, he plays this character in the movie within the movie. And they use a lot of footage from a lot of the old AIP, Roger Corman, Edgar Allan Poe, Vincent Price movies. And they intercut with scenes of Vincent Price in his Dr. Death character. Excuse me. And this is just another great Vincent Price movie. Again, from 1974. This is 89 minutes. Again, 185 to 1. So pick this up. Great Vincent Price movie. Alright, got to move a little faster here. From Scream Factory. The rest are all Scream Factory. Death Valley with the kid from A Christmas Story. This is a Blu-ray DVD combo. No reversible cover on this, just some stills from the movie. This has an audio commentary with director Dick Richards, theatrical trailer, and original TV spot. As I said, Blu-ray DVD combo. It is, 1982, 87 minutes. And the mother is played by Catherine Hicks, who played the mother in Child's Play. And this is her little boy, and she gets a new boyfriend after her divorce. And they go on a trip into Death Valley. And they're basically stalked by a serial killer. The mother, the son, and the mother's new boyfriend. And that's basically it. But it's a pretty good movie. I recommend it. Peter Billingsley, that's the kid's name. He was in A Christmas Story. Okay. Next is It Came Without Warning. It also came without a slipcover. But it does have a reversible cover, and when you buy it, this is the cover you'll be seeing if you buy it. And I don't know if this was supposed to have a slipcover or not, but I didn't get one. And this, as you can see, is a Blu-ray DVD combo. This stars Jack Palance and Martin Landau. You'll also see a very young David Caruso, Neville Brand, Cameron Mitchell, Kevin Peter Hall plays the alien. He's the big, huge black guy who also played Predator in the original Predator. Larry Storch from F Troop is in this. And it basically has the same plot as Predator. This alien comes to Earth to hunt people for sport. It has an audio commentary with producer-director Graydon Clark. New interviews with cinematographer Dean Cundy. That's right, Dean Cundy of Halloween fame was the cinematographer on this movie, and it looks really good, you can tell. It's Dean Cundey work. New interviews with him, with co-writer, co-producer Daniel Grodnick, special makeup effects creator Greg Canham, and actor Chris Nelson, and the theatrical trailer. So another great release by Scream Factory. And don't forget Jack Palance and Martin Landau. They are the two main stars, along with the young kids. Yeah, think Predator. Think low-budget Predator. This is from 1980, 89 minutes. And then the rest of the Scream Factories all have slipcovers. Next is Toolbox Murders Part 2. My good buddy Aaron Pinn and his son just did a video podcast on this one. So check out Aaron Pinn's channel for a real good in-depth analysis of this one. But this one only has a theatrical trailer. It does have a slipcase, but it does not have a reversible cover. Just the Blu-ray, and you can't see that. Let's see. Bruce Dern is in this, by the way. There's the picture of the people. Bruce Dern in the middle. Toolbox Murders, the original one from the late 70s. In 2004, Tobe Hooper made a remake. You've heard me talk about that in another. This is the DVD of the 2004 remake of Toolbox Murders. And this Toolbox Murders is a sequel to the Tobe Hooper remake. And this is from 2013, 95 minutes. No special features to speak of, but also starring Chantal Lewis, Brian Krause, Chris Doyle, and two-time Academy Award nominee Bruce Dern. This is a very disturbing, very gory movie. Not the greatest. If you like your gore, you'll get a lot of it in here, but very thin on plot. Alright. Next is Wyrmwood, Row to the Dead, another newer Scream Factory movie. They describe it as Mad Max meets Dawn of the Dead, and it really kind of is. Pretty cool reversible cover there. I like that artwork there. Really neat. Wyrmwood, Row to the Dead. And it's a post-apocalyptic world with zombies. And this is from it's 98 minutes from 2015. So again, another new Scream Factory. Scream Factory is getting another one of these IFC Midnight films. Audio commentary with the Roach Turner brothers, the guys who made the movie. They made it through crowdfunding, so there's crowdfunding, Wormwood production pitch videos. The Worm Diaries, behind the scenes of Wormwood, deleted scenes, 7-minute teaser scenes, storyboards by the director, and theatrical trailers. Pretty good movie. Next is the special edition of the Babadook. A lot of people have talked a lot about this movie. One of the cool things about it is the slipcover. It also has a reversible cover on Blu-ray. This is basically the cover you'll see if you buy the regular edition here on DVD or on regular Blu-ray. And it also has a reversible cover, and that's what the reversible cover looks like. And this is a ghost story. The special features are deleted scenes, cast and crew interview, behind the scenes of the making of the film, short film Monster by Jennifer Kent, and theatrical trailer. This is another new movie with a runtime of 93 minutes and a release year of 2014. Here's the back cover of the slipcase. And it's, if you guys remember your pop-up books from being a little kid, it's a pop-up slipcase with the Babadook there. And nice Velcro. Yeah, that's Velcro. There it is. And ghost story. Not bad. Okay. And here's another Scream Factory. Older one. From Beyond. H.P. Lovecraft's From Beyond. This is a Blu-ray DVD combo pack with a reversible cover. There's the secondary cover there. And there we see the Blu-ray and the DVD. And this is pretty packed with an audio commentary by director Stuart Gordon. Of course, Stuart Gordon, who did Reanimator, other great movies like that. This is a body horror kind of movie. So, audio commentary with Stuart Gordon and the cast. New interviews with Barbara Crampton. featurette called The Director's Perspective, The Editing Room, Lost and Found featurette, interview with composer Richard Band, photo gallery, storyboard to film comparisons with an introduction. This was produced by Brian Usna, who was involved in Return of the Living Dead Part 3. And this is Ken Foree is also in this from Dawn of the Dead. When there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth. That was his line. Yeah, it also stars Jeffrey Combs from Reanimator. It's another link to Reanimator. And H.P. Lovecraft's classic tale of suspense becomes a grisly amalgam of sex, shock, and satire, says Newsweek, in the hands of the creators of Reanimator. So this is a good movie to watch on a double bill with Reanimator. And packed with some good Scream Factory special features. Two more. Next is Sean Pertwee, son of John Pertwee, the third Doctor Who, in Dog Soldiers. This is a great werewolf movie. Great werewolf movie. Here's the slipcover on that, the reversible cover. This is a little bit newer, but not too new. 2002, so 13 years old, 105 minutes. And this one is also a Blu-ray DVD combo. And special features are in very small print because there's a lot of them. Audio commentary with director Neil Marshall. The making of, featuring new interviews with the director, the producer, and a bunch of actors. A long feature-length making of documentary. Theatrical trailer. Short film Combat by the same director, Neil Marshall. Still gallery of rare photos from production designer Simon Bowles and special effects artist Dave Bonnywell. Mostly British actors here. And this is about a group of military men out on a training mission, and they get ambushed by werewolves, basically. And they run into this woman who knows what's going on, takes them to her safe house. The safe house isn't all that safe, but it's a place to get a little R&R while they plan what they're going to do next. And this is one of my all-time favorite werewolf movies. Definitely, in my opinion, the best modern werewolf movie. Of course, The Wolfman is my all-time favorite werewolf movie. Nobody beats Lon Chaney Jr. at playing werewolf. Or Wolfman. But for the past 20, 30 years, whatever, you know, anything post-2000, we'll say. This is definitely, and this just barely makes that cutoff point at 2002. Of course, you know, An American Werewolf in London was a great movie, but then, you know, you're going back to the 80s. So anything post-2000, anything from this century, this millennium, however you want to put it, this is by far my favorite werewolf movie of this period, of this modern age. And last, but certainly not least, from August, and yes, I did get Shocker, but Shocker will not be in this video because I got it in September, and I have to keep the videos by month. So Shocker will be featured in next month's September pickups. But in August, I did, of course, get Wes Craven's The People Under the Stairs, and I believe this is the last commentary that Mr. Craven ever did. Scream Factory did a nice job with this. There's the reversible cover. This is, let's see, 103-minute running time from 1991. This is a very strange movie. And first time I saw it as a kid, back when I was 14, 15 years old, I didn't like it, I'll be honest with you. But I've seen it on cable a dozen times since then, and it's definitely grown on me. Well, this has a brand new audio commentary with writer-director Wes Craven, another audio commentary that's kind of flat with the stars, four of the stars, but the commentary with Wes Craven is priceless. The second audio commentary with the actors is kind of flat. An interview with star Wendy Roby, we see her there. What Lies Beneath. Interviews with special makeup effects artists Greg Nicotero, Howard Berger, and Robert Kurtzman. That's KNB. The KNB boys, the great special effects artists, did the special effects for this movie. House of Horrors, an interview with director of photography Sandy Sissel. Setting the Score, an interview with composer Don Peake. Original behind-the-scenes footage and theatrical trailer. Ving Rhames has a very early role in this. And this is a real weirdo movie. And it's hard to explain, so I won't take up too much time because I think I'm about to get cut off here. But watch this movie. Watch it again. Watch it 3 times. Let it grow on you. It's Wes Craven. Not his best work, but a good movie. And so I really enjoyed that. And I hope you enjoyed my August pickups. We're at about 31 minutes now. So let's see what we got. Let's recap very quickly, hopefully. These are the August pickups. The Kroll Show, Kill Me 3 Times, and Going to Pieces on DVD. On Blu-ray, The Hustler, the 3-pack of The Goonies, Gremlins, Gremlins 2. Uncle Sam, Deranged, Madhouse, Death Valley, Without Warning, Toolbox Murders 2, Wyrmwood, Road of the Dead, The Babadook, From Beyond, Dog Soldiers, and The People Under the Stairs. There we have it, folks. 16 good titles. So far in September, I'm keeping a list. So far, today's the 16th. I believe I have 7 or 8 pickups. And you'll be seeing those come October. And I hope you guys enjoyed. And I have some more thoughts, but I'm not going to go into them because this video has been long enough. 32 minutes is long enough for an update video. Check in the description down below. I'll try to write out the videos so you can fast forward through the ones you don't like. And I hope you enjoyed this month's update. If you have any questions, comments, feel free. Feel free to leave a thumbs up if you like it. Feel free to leave a thumbs down if you didn't. I hope you don't, but if you do, it's not going to break my heart that bad. Thanks again to everybody for watching. I have been watching your guys' videos, even if I haven't been commenting. I tend to watch them on the PlayStation 3. And the PlayStation 3, when you watch YouTube, there's no way to comment because my computer sucks. And so I watch YouTube on the PS3. And there's no way to comment on the videos on the YouTube app on the PS3. So I do watch all your guys' videos as much as I can. You guys know who you are. Aaron, Sammy, Dean, many, many more. So thanks again. Peace. Love you guys. And I'm out of here. I'm going to go get something to eat. Alright. Take care.